GTA 6 finally launching in November poses a problem for the game industry, or at least a problem for anybody in the game industry who is not financially invested in GTA 6. For basically every single other person, it's a problem. It's a very big problem. It's the same problem we saw with the release of Hollow Knight Silksong, except times 100? Times 100? Something like that. No other game wants to release anywhere close to the release of this game, lest it should be completely buried, lest the audience should be distracted entirely away from it, drawn as they will be to the launch of GTA 6. And, you know, you could kind of argue, well, it's really just one kind of game, right? Like, at any given time, you got different players with different tastes. You know, not everybody wants to play GTA 6, right? But enough of them do. See, that's the thing. Like, I don't know how many of you keep track of how many copies GTA 5 sold, but it's a bit. It's a good bit. What's the latest? What's the latest right now? 230 million. 230 million. 230, and you know, that is over the course of quite a lot of years. Sure. All right. You know, apparently over time, wow, roughly 5 million units every quarter, even years and years and years later. Wow. Okay. So yeah, the point here is, you know, a lot of games, they hope to sell a few million. They hope to sell a few million. If you can get into the tens of millions, you're like, all right, we're Sony, we're Spider-Man, we're Nintendo, we're Zelda, we're tens of millions, we got it made. Hundreds of millions. I don't know what it is about GTA. I mean, I kind of get it. I sort of get it. I don't know. Whatever the case, the appeal is so broad, so incredibly broad that everyone is terrified. Nobody wants to release next to it because, and you know, as we've talked about before, early game sales are kind of everything, you know? Like, early momentum is everything. Early shop discoverability is everything. And if all eyes are turned toward this game over here, then that leaves a lot fewer eyes to look at your product. And I don't know, maybe there still could be a case to be made for just like, I mean, come on, like if I'm releasing like a little horror game and that's GTA, is that really gonna have a big difference? Really make a big difference? Is that gonna have a big impact on sales? But again, early sales are so important that you can't afford to take any hits whatsoever. So all that to say, nobody wants to launch a game this November. Absolutely nobody. I'm really curious to see if Nintendo announces some big holiday game next week. Are they going to be brave enough to release a game in November? I'd like to see them try, because maybe if they are like, nah, the demographics are just so different. They're just so wild. You can't get more opposite than GTA versus some Nintendo property. It's Nintendo. Their games have legs. So like, I don't know, maybe they'll be confident enough, but nobody else is. So basically, you got a whole lot of games coming this year, you know, second half of the year. A lot of them do want to release in that holiday window, you know, that like October to December. It's a really nice window leading up to the holidays, of course. But they're all too scared to. You'd think they'd go for like October or maybe December. Is December, like, I don't know, it comes after GTA. Maybe everyone will be done with GTA at that. Like, how much of a buffer do you have to give it? I really don't know. But it's funny because the launch of GTA has already posed a problem for the industry, but now in reaction, the industry has created a new problem. It has unintentionally created a brand new problem. It seems that everybody got this idea. They all just kind of independently thought they came up with a great, you know, if we're not releasing in November, you know, and even December or October, I don't know. That's kind of pushing it. Oh, I've got a great idea. How about September? And everybody's looking around the room, just be like, that sounds like a great idea. I think you just solved our problem. We'll just release in September. No big deal. Yeah, here's the thing. Everybody else had the exact same idea. Sony just had their most recent state of play, and even just within that presentation, even just there, you could see so many games scheduled to release in September. And that's just the state of play. You look beyond the state of play, no, there are even more games coming in September. Right now, there's a handful of like smaller games, slightly lesser known games. Let's see, September 3rd, The Blood of Dawnwalker. I don't know what that is. Sounds cool though. Sounds hardcore. September 8th, Halloween, the game. Cool. All right. September 17th, you got Trails in the Sky, second chapter. Sure to be a good time. September 17th, Warhammer 40K, Dawn of War 4. Not like a small title, but it's just coming to PC. So like, okay, fine. But then things really start ramping up. September 15th, Marvel's, Disney's, Sony's, Insomniac's Wolverine. And then the very next week, basically, on September 22nd, Dune Awakening is getting its console release. So, not like the hugest release in the world, but like a pretty big deal that it's coming to console. September 24th, Control Resonant. Okay, yeah, nope, we're there now. Things are now hot. That is a very hotly anticipated game. Same day, September 24th, Silent Hill Townfall. Probably not as big of a thing, but still a pretty darn big thing. A rather hotly anticipated title. And then one day after that, September 25th, Onimusha, Way of the Sword. So even just right there, even just like September 22nd to 25th. I mean, it's even more absurd when you kind of narrow it down to like 24, 25. Control Resonant, Silent Hill Townfall, and Onimusha in the span of 2 days. 2 days. And then, yeah, you stretch a little more, Dune Awakening 1 day before that. So, like, that little pocket by itself is already ridiculous. But then looking at the entire month, yeah, like Marvel's Wolverine, like that's already another really, really humongous game. And here's the thing. I would not be surprised if some of these games end up rescheduling. I don't know what you do in a situation like this. Like, I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of the publishers. What do? You can't necessarily move it forward. I was getting back and forward earlier, later. I think forward, yeah, sooner. Because, like, the game might not be done yet, They might not have gone gold yet. They can't necessarily just move it to August or whatever. But you can't move it later. If you move it later, you're basically saying we are either going to compete with GTA or we are going to delay into next year. And that's not fun, like waiting to get paid. Investors probably don't like that. If you're a big publisher, yeah, just like you don't take the decision to delay into next year lightly. So I don't know what you do in a situation like this, and it's a little bit surprising that it came to this, that people didn't really pick up that this was going to happen sooner. Like, was it just like literally like the guy editing, like putting together the state of play, just being like, okay, this one's September 5th, okay. This one's September 24th, okay. This one is also September 20th. Like, did they not know until 2 days ago when they posted the state of play? That everybody realized all at once? Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing some release date changes. And then here's the other thing, too. At the time of this recording, it is Thursday. It is the 4th. Tomorrow is Summer Game Fest. There are going to be even more games. Many, many games tend to be revealed at Summer Game Fest. Many of them get release dates, and I would not be surprised if there were more games that have September release dates. And like, if that's true, if this is somehow taking everyone by surprise, are they like scrambling to change it now? Like, when does the Summer Game Fest presentation get locked in? When is that? Like, nope, I already exported it. I'm not going to export it again. It takes like an hour. Not going to do it again. I mean, it's a live show. It's not the same as a state of play, but it's like, oh, nope, I already put all the trailers in the folder. I already put all the things in the folder. I'm not going to dig through all the folders and change your thing. I'm not going to do it. No, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it works. I don't know if we're going to get even more. And there may even be other games that like, these are just the ones that I've been able to pull up that are coming out in September. For all I know, there are more. And there may be a bunch more announced tomorrow. So, like, yeah, basically, everyone was so eager to get away from GTA 6, so scared of GTA 6, they've created a brand new problem because now September is this, like, absolute bloodbath of game releases. Just this million car pileup, everyone trying to get their games out. And that is not a fun situation to be in Because again, early sales really matter. Early momentum matters. Early discoverability matters. And like, is this necessarily better? I mean, it probably is. Again, you just look at the raw numbers, the sheer appeal of GTA 6. All these games competing is probably still less dangerous than GTA 6. Maybe, I really don't know. But it can't be good, right? Like, it cannot be good. This cannot be a good situation. Even, you know, if you want to look at like genre crossover, you know, like Wolverine, Control Resident, Onimusha, so just three, like just kind of like third-person action games, AAA third-person action games, you know, not all identical, but similar enough that there is probably going to be some overlap. People are going to have to choose what game or games they want to purchase and play in September. And if even more are announced, then yeah, I don't know. They're all going to be tripping over each other. You're still going to get damaged early numbers. And what do you do? What do you do? That is simply the impact of GTA 6. That simply is it. I don't know how many copies they plan to sell. They anticipate selling early on. Again, 230 million, sure, but a lot. The game just has legs. GTA 5 just has infinite legs. So like, what do early sales look like? They still haven't revealed the price. We still haven't heard if it's gonna be a $100 game or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I would not be surprised if we were at least talking tens of millions, you know, like the kinds of numbers that other games could only dream of. It probably will get in the first days, if not weeks. Like, I probably. It is gonna be a big thing. It's gonna be a really, really, really big thing. And yeah, we'll see how this story goes. We'll see if we start seeing companies pivoting. We'll see what happens tomorrow at Summer Game Fest. We'll see if anyone needs to change their plans. Or maybe everyone's just gonna go ahead with this bloodbath. They're just gonna like, nah, this is game publisher battle royale. We're gonna duke it out, and we're just gonna see who wins. And they all do battle. And in the end, there ends up being one single victor. In the month of September, every single person on the planet only purchased one single game, and it was Trails in the Sky Second Chapter.